السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وبعد. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you once again to this program, Islam is a Way of Life, which is coming to you from Kullum University, Kullum Television, as usual. My name is Aminu Aliyu Gusau, Modibon Gusau. Last week, we were discussing about the unity of religion. And I was trying to define what is meant by worship of Allah. Worship of Allah, as I tried to say, means submission to the laws of Allah. And I said the laws of Allah are divided into two. Natural laws, that is, those laws governing existence in its entirety, which includes living and non-living things alike. And the second aspect of the laws of Allah is what we can call social laws. Now, social laws are only concerned with man because of the difference between man and the rest of creation. All the rest of creation, whether living or not living, are in continuous submission to the laws of Allah without an option of choice. They naturally and willingly submit to the laws of creation. But man has a limited choice, as I tried to explain. And because man has that ability and that capacity given to him by his creator to choose what to do and what not to do, to choose what is wrong and what is right, man is in need of guidance in order to conform with the laws of creation, just like all the other creations that Allah created. Man needs to be 100% submissive also to the laws of Allah. That is, to worship Allah. Just as all other creations are 100% in total submission to Allah, so also man needs to be 100% submissive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have already said that about 90% of the life of man is in submission to Allah. We described one aspect, that is the aspect of the physiology and anatomy of man. The other aspect of life in which man submits to Allah without choice is the aspect of destiny. The aspect of destiny. Whether man likes it or not, he is under the destiny ordained for him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For instance, any one of us has not chosen when to be given birth to, who to give birth to him, that is his parents, where he is to be given birth to, or nobody has any choice of whether to be a male or a female by himself. So each and every one of us has found himself in this world at a time when Allah so wishes for him to come to this world. Nobody has been contacted and his opinion demanded on when exactly does he want to come to this earth. Nobody. Each and every one of us finds ourselves on this world according to a time ordained by Allah. We have no control over that. Also, we have no control over who should be our parents. We have no control over where we are to be given birth to, which will be our country. We don't have any control over whether to be tall or short or fat or thin. We don't have control over whether to be male or female. We don't have control over whether to be black or white. We don't have control over which language we want to belong to. All these things are contained in what is called destiny. So man has no control over destiny. Man lives under destiny. That is what is destined for him by Allah. And when we come to this world, much as we try, we cannot have control over whether to be healthy or not. We can try. We can take precautions. We can take inoculations and immunizations. We can take medicine when we are not well. But we are only trying. The fact remains that nobody has control over when to be healthy or when to be sick. Much as we take precautions, one day we can wake up and we are sick. And when we are sick, we don't have control over when to be healthy. We don't have control over what will happen to us the next moment. For instance, as I'm speaking now, if I should go out of this place in 1 minute time, I wouldn't know what will happen to me. I wouldn't know if I'm traveling today, I will have an accident, or I will get there well where I'm going. That is, nobody can tell what will happen to him in any minute of his life, any second of your life. You will not know what is going to happen. There are certain things you can arrange for yourselves. Maybe you will say, by so time I will go to a certain place, by so time I will do that work. But the fact remains that your future is shrouded in mystery. You don't know exactly what will happen to you. That is called destiny. That is destiny also, because there are some people who don't believe in destiny. They say their destiny is in their hands, that they control their destiny. It is false. So long as you wouldn't know what will happen to you tomorrow, you can plan for 5 years. You can plan for 10 years. All that is called trying. You are trying. And that trying is part of the choice you are given as a human being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a limited option of choice. You can choose what to do and what not to do, and you can think, you can plan, you can arrange, yes, but it doesn't have to work out the way you plan it. You don't have control over your death. You can try as much as possible to keep yourself alive, but when the appointed time for your death comes, you will go. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that each and every person's death is appointed. There is an appointed time for the death of every one of us, and we have no control over that. You don't have control over the length of your life, whether you will live long or you will live short, and so on. So, all these things, all these aspects of our lives is enshrined in what Islam calls destiny. That is al-qadr, destiny. Because you don't have control over your life in terms of space and time, definitely you can only try to control your life, but you cannot totally control your life, and whatever you plan may not come out the way you plan it. So that, as far as that aspect is concerned, you are in total submission to the laws of Allah. You are living in accordance with how Allah prescribes for you to live. You are swimming into a future which you are blind about, which you can only forecast, but which you cannot actually ascertain. So as far as that aspect of life is also concerned, you are in total submission to Allah. So if we add up these two natural laws and the laws of destiny, we find that 90% or more of the life of a human being is also controlled, and he is submissive to the laws of Allah in those aspects. So it's only about 10% of our lives that we can control, that we have choice over. So, but what Allah wants from us is to live 100% submissive to his laws. And as far as that is concerned, we need guidance. In that 10% aspect where we have a choice, we need guidance from Allah. We need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us on how to live that 10% where we have an option of choice, how to live in such a way that our life will be in uniformity and not in contradiction with the way all the other creations of Allah exist in the universe. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided in his mercy and in his wisdom to send messengers for us. So messengers came from Adam alayhi salam up to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. They came to us one after the other to tell us what are the social laws of Allah. That is how we can live on this world as a society of human beings. What are the laws governing our individual lives, and what are the laws governing our societal life, how we can live as a society. It is in those areas that we need messengers of Allah, and that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continued to send messengers one after another, prophets who come to us with guidance, that is with those social laws which we need in order for our lives to be in conformity with the rest of the universe. Now, like I said, unity of religion means all these messengers came with the same message from Allah, but this message is divided into two. The first aspect of the message is what we call Aqidah in Islam, that is the doctrines of a religion, or the decrees of religion. Creed, that is the creed of a religion. That is, all messengers came to teach us that Allah is one. That is, Allah is the only creator of the universe. That is, the universe is created. It did not come all by itself. It did not come out of nowhere or out of nothing, but that it is created by a conscious being who consciously created everything. And that conscious being is called Allah, and that he is one and only. That is, he is absolutely one. This is the creed of monotheism. So, and that he is the only being worthy of worship. That he is the only one that we can worship. And the meaning of worship is to submit to his laws, the laws which Allah has sent his messengers with. That is the first aspect of the message. The second aspect of the message is what we call Sharia. That is those individual laws that concern our individual beings and our collective being. That is how we can go about our lives in accordance with the laws set for us by Allah. This is Sharia. So as far as the first aspect is concerned, that is the Aqidah, there is no change. All messengers came with the same thing, that Allah is one and he is the only one to be worshipped. But as far as Sharia is concerned, there used to be some differences according to the time and place. that the messenger is sent, the people that the messenger has been sent to. So we stop here today. We will continue inshallah the next week inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.